Yola koutou katoa toa, ko te ulu o te watu taku ingoa, ko taris taku ingoa, ko whaia taku mātua wāwine, ko rata taku mātua tāne, ko rātoa taku uile, ko motu katawa taku motu, ma te rākau mai wale, patu te moli, atawai wolo. Our next speaker is historically the longest serving principal we have had at Peterhead School, and our school was named after him. Please welcome Mr. Kevin Brown to the stage to share his recollection of his time as principal of Peterhead School.
Kia ora. Kia ora. Your Worship, lovely to see you here and appreciate the time that you've given to come here today. I've got to acknowledge a number of people, and one of them actually is Ellie Francis, who was a long-standing member of this school who passed away last week, and it was great, not great to go to her funeral, but it was great to see the number of staff who were there to be part of the celebration. There's another person that's quite amazing, and it's Morris Tucker, and I think Morris is here, and why I say he's amazing is that he's actually worked under every principal that's been at this school. That's over a long time, and I think Morris is down there. So congratulations, Morris. I'd just like to acknowledge the many superb teachers and support staff, the various board members who've worked in a supportive way with me, and the huge number of Kiwi kids and Merit Marbles and Winners Circle kids, students who have represented the school over many years. I'd also like to acknowledge Martin sitting over there, who followed me and just kept going and ensured that this school would maintain the standards that have been set. And I'm sure Tīnaka will do exactly the same. I've just got to make mention of this outstanding group that's here. They were just superb, and I'm sorry that they may be somewhere over there, but please pass it on. That's them, and my dear friend Juliet, and all the work that she's done over 100 years. I was asked by these people not to mention them, but I am going to. Sue Ginty and Val Grube, two people who some thought carried me in the office, but they didn't. I was far too heavy. But they were, Val Grube was here, Val Clark was here before I got here. That makes over 40 years ago. And she was here up until relatively recently, and Sue Ginty was such a superb person assisting me in the staff. Okay, just very quickly, one of the things we set out to do was to develop superb grounds, and we had a wonderful caretaker, two caretakers, but led by Murray, who developed these school grounds, and I know the Mayor mentioned that the garden competitions we won. They match the superb classroom environments that I think Peterhead's been renowned for. The classroom environments in this school are second to none. And I know that because when I retired, I worked for Aero for a little while and gave me an opportunity to go around and look at classes and schools. I saw nothing that could compete with this. We worked very hard to provide an environment where students could have pride in themselves, of their whānau and their school. We really worked at academic standards. And I love this Believe It, Achieve It. It's down there. That came from me. It didn't really. I was looking for some little couple of words that could make us strive for something. And I was looking at the tennis results in Australia at the Open. And when I looked at that on the website, that was the motto of the Australian Tennis Association. Believe it, achieve it. So I thought, right, we'll have that. And I'm just delighted that it's continued on, and it's something that students understand. Believe something, get out there and achieve it. And that's I'm so pleased that's carrying on. We always wanted children to go home happy, because happy kids don't come and damage the school. Happy kids learn better, and that was something that our teachers, I think, did absolutely superbly. Just want to mention one of the great changes that came in the time we were here, and it was Tomorrow's Schools, which is now 30 years ago. But Tomorrow's Schools allowed us to do two things that were so important. One was it gave us more money to spend on books and other things, teacher aides, teacher support people. But you know that before Tomorrow's Schools came in, we never appointed our teachers. We would want a teacher, we'd advertise for it in the Gazette, and then somebody in Hawke's Bay Education Board would send a teacher to us. Whether we wanted them or not, that's who we got. So Tomorrow's Schools suddenly changed all that, and we're able to pick the people that we knew we wanted in our school. And I have to say that I think one of the greatest things that we achieved at Peterhead is the wonderful teachers that we've had and the relationships that they were able to build up with all the kids. Bulk funding was another innovative thing that we did. And the other one was recapitation. Those kids here today that mature, those year 7 and 8s, this school used to go to year 6. And the community in Flaxmere, and particularly at Peterhead, wanted us to keep our children at school from year 7 and 8. And that was an absolutely amazing change and a great thing to happen. Yes, cultural groups have always been strong. Chess, one year we went to Auckland to compete in the national championships, and we got second. And the team that beat us was 4 kids from the North Shore, and they happened to be Asian little boys and girls. And it's quite hard to beat the Asians when it comes to chess. But we mentioned Kim Whittington before, and Sally Rice later on carried on from Kim. And every single year in Hastings, Peterhead scooped the major prizes. The 30-minute interview we had in our school, once we used to have interviews with parents for 5 minutes. We extended that to 30 minutes, and that's a long time. And it involved children writing about themselves, parents telling us about their kids, and teachers talking to parents. But you know, we had 94% attendance of those, and I know of no school that managed that. I mean, parents don't really want to go to school for interviews, but it showed you the partnership that I think had been developed between the parents and the teachers and the children. I'm going to finish with one last comment. It's about Aero reports, and Aero was mentioned from Tīnaka before, and that was a lovely final report. Our final report gave me huge satisfaction. When we opened it, it made this comment: compared to the top performing schools in New Zealand, the students at Peterhead get an outstanding education. And I said to them, oh, do you mean the top decile 1 schools? No, they said, compared to the top schools, the kids get an outstanding education. And they said, that took us 3 days to convince head office to put it in. But to me, that justified all the things that we've been doing. And that's something that the kids can take credit for, the teachers can take huge credit for, and I must mention, I forgot, the management staff that I had. We had a superb management team. And yes, my darling, she said, please don't mention me, but I will mention Judy because she was a very, very important cog in the life of Peter here. But thank you so much, Tinaka. A very smart performance here today. The children have been just superb, and thank you so much.